You're welcome. Good morning, everyone. It's Valerie, otherwise known as Chick Picker. We have Nikki, Poplar Picker.
And that's it. Just you and me, babe.
It's just you and me, babe. That's it. It's
I got you.
all we need.
That's it. And we
Mm,
have Lugnut and Ringo.
Yep.
And what's the
Elvis.
other dog's name? Elvis? No, not
Elvis.
Elvis.
Yeah.
What's your other dog's name?
Elvis.
Was it Elvis?
Yeah.
Oh, so that was something else.
Yeah. Nope.
Good
It's Elvis.
morning to you. Good
Oh,
morning
it's odd.
to you. We're all in our places with bright smiling faces. And this is the way we start out our day. Good morning.
Aw, that was sweet.
Oh
Morning, Todd.
man, I'm so tired.
Oh, you ain't get any sleep or what?
Yeah, but I went on a private pick yesterday
Oh,
and it kind of I got some good picking done, but that 87-year-old lady had me running around her garage like a private slave for about.
maybe she thought you were her instead of a pool boy, her her shed boy. Maybe.
well, compared to her, you're a young strapping man.
Right? Exactly.
Uh-oh.
Todd, I don't know what happened to you.
Oh, poor Todd. We'll wait for you, Todd.
Yep. We ain't going nowhere. Good morning, Tim, Amelia, Hank. Hank says everybody's preparing last minute for Michael, and I'm just over here getting ready to go to the dentist. There you go.
Preparing for the last minute for what?
Michael, there's another hurricane coming in from the Gulf Coast.
Oh, I didn't know it was called Michael. Sorry.
Yep. Um, Maggie Doodle, Shed Boy. That's like a low rent version of Pool Boy. Exactly. That's what I was thinking. Well, thanks for coming in, Maggie, and saying hello. She's got to go to work here in a little bit.
Bye, Maggie. Welcome back, Todd.
Yeah, we're having a biblical sized thunderstorm right this second.
Oh boy.
Well,
Really?
snap of thunder, and then I was out, and then
Oh,
yeah, I peeked out this morning. I think I saw a guy loading animals two at a time on this great big wooden boat.
I tell you what, though, he needs to come over here because it's been raining here for 4 days straight. I mean, there's been a little lull every once in a while, but man, I don't think I've ever seen so much rain.
I know it's been raining for a few days here, and it
It's
rained
crazy.
last week, like almost all week. Our driveway is just so bad, and we can't even back in anywhere in the yard or nothing. It's
Yeah.
nothing but a freaking mud hole here.
I'm
I
gonna have
was
to get
going to mow my mother-in-law's yard this morning, but
not gonna happen.
yeah, it's that. And her yard, it looks like a little bit like a King Kong movie scene.
Jesus.
It's pretty grown up.
Well, you'll get her done.
Not
Yeah.
today.
No, not today, but that grass will still be there tomorrow.
Yep, it will.
Yeah.
Hank says, yeah, it's pretty perfect that it's Michael since October and Halloween coming up. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
That is weird. Amelia says, "Yeah, we've got 7 inches, over 7 inches here, and the rivers are getting ready to flood."
Oh,
Um, we don't have. I don't think we have a river very close. It's probably a good, I don't know, 10 miles away, maybe, or something like that.
mm.
So, hey there, Bougie Bear.
Hi, Bougie Bear. I don't think we have. I don't. I mean, we obviously have rivers. I was flooded in this summer, but I don't
Mm.
think we're in. I don't think we've had enough to worry about flooding though.
Where
Oh,
where are you where are you from, Bougie Bear? She said wind is blowing out of control here.
okay.
Man. Yeah, I know my daughter said that wind and well, the track is pretty much going right through Charlotte. So, I'll probably get some wind with that. Good morning, Ansley.
Morning, Ainsley.
Yeah, it's been crazy. Oh, Bougie says, Bougie, aren't you April? Is that your real name? She says she's south of Atlanta.
Mm,
Never been. I can't say I've never been to Georgia. I lived in Georgia when I was a baby. So, but I, as an adult, I've never been. I've never been there.
you lived in Georgia as a baby. Is that what you said?
Yeah,
Mm,
yeah. We moved there from California. We moved there from. I think I was 3 months old, and we moved. We left there. I was about 2.
mm,
We lived in Savannah. So, and my mom hated it. She always said she hated it there just because I mean it scared her to death because there was a tornado that literally went down the middle of the street and she of course she was by herself and she's
mm.
scared to death and everything but
So then she decided to move to California, where the earth cracks below you.
oh my gosh that's so much better,
Oh God.
so much better. Not saying not I don't know, it's it's not, I guess it's not better but
It's not as
you know
scary.
no, it's I guess when when you grow up with it,
Yeah, yeah.
it's not. But I don't know. I think if you grow up with tornadoes, it probably still don't get no easier.
No.
You stay a little more. I know moving to Kansas from California. I mean, I don't think I've ever looked at the radar and looked at weather news so much. I never did that in California,
Yeah.
but that's right, Ansley. There's
I was
never
like
a
that.
true rarely a true warning.
I was
Exactly.
like that when I was in southern Minnesota. I was always calling the sheriff's department to see how the weather was going to be because I saw a house get struck by lightning,
Mhm.
and then the next morning when I was coming back from work, it was burnt down to the ground.
Yep. Yep.
And I was in a tornado there, and it scared the shit out of me because there's no. I mean, we can have tornadoes up here, but we just don't.
Yeah.
They and then when one time we had a tornado here, I was a little kid, very little, still in an elementary school, I think, and the tornado went overhead. It didn't touch down; it just went over us. And
Mhm.
I remember that was scary enough.
Right.
But but yeah, we don't have the last tornado that anybody can really remember was when my cousin who's like 90 years old, his dad was working on the bridge, and which is no longer there. The bridge is no longer there because it was so
Mhm.
old. He was working on the bridge and ended up dying from a tornado touching down in the water.
Wow.
So and that 90-year-old guy was a little kid, like I said, you know. Um, so yeah, that was a long time ago.
Right. Well, just know that we're praying for you. We got you in our thoughts. Everybody that's over there
Definitely.
in the area is supposed to, you know, Florida and all those surrounding states. You know,
I
it's.
always worry so much about my friends when that stuff happens.
I just hope everybody's okay. Stay safe, and if you got to get out, get out.
Yeah. Well, that's the problem. I mean, sometimes people just can't get out. You know, some
Yeah,
people that don't drive or don't have cars or can't afford it.
exactly. I think money, money plays a big
Oh,
hand in
yeah.
that. Or
Yeah,
if you don't
because
have nowhere to go,
most
you know,
Americans are living paycheck to paycheck. I mean, that's just a
right,
fact of life.
right.
And a lot of eBay sellers, you know, are just living sale to sale, you know.
Yep, yep,
Um, that's just the way it is. That's the way the economy is. That's the way everything is. Um, so yeah, if something like that happens, yeah, what are you gonna do? And some people have to stay there, you know. I mean, they do
yep,
pretty good at warning everybody, so people have time, but there's a lot of people who don't have money or whatever to get out.
right. Well, can you imagine, back in the early days? I mean,
Yeah,
I mean, you were lucky if you had a radio, you know,
yeah,
and that
yeah,
was inside the house. Most of the time you were outside doing
yeah,
stuff. So,
yeah.
you
You're
know,
never inside.
no. Um, yeah, Johanna says, I hate tornadoes. We always have tornadoes every year. I just hang out in the basement. Yeah, l- sad to say this house does not have a basement, which is
Where
pretty
does Joanna?
rare. I
Is
think
she in
she's
Indiana?
Illinois,
Oh, Illinois.
Illinois or Indiana. I think it's
I'm gonna say
Illinois.
Illinois.
I
This
think
is
it's
one of the nice
Illinois. Yeah, but
Yeah, and having a house in Tornado Alley or in Tornado Country that doesn't have a basement, I don't
I
understand that.
I know, I know.
Or living in a mobile home in Tornado Alley. But then it goes
Yeah,
back to what can people afford, you know?
yep, yep. So I just, when that happens, I just clean out my closet and hang out in my closet with my dog treats and Cheez-Its. And I have to say though, there's been a couple of times where it has really come close. I mean, there's been, tornado like winds and that really scares me just because there's a lot of trees around here, around my house. Uh I think I have 4 trees in the front and 3 or 4 in the back, so that's more of a likelihood that something's going to fall on your roof, fall through your roof.
Yeah.
Hank says dog treats and cheese its are the ultimate preparation. You got this. I just grabbed what I had. I was like, well, if it falls in, at least I have something, a little bit of water and
Mm-hmm.
oh my goodness.
A little something.
Um Ansley, she said, is weather coming? Haven't seen no mention of it on my TV. Well, I seen something. There's Michael that's coming.
Now it's hitting Florida.
Might be wanting to watch that because it's coming towards
Hey,
Georgia.
Chad said Chad said that they'd find out today what their fate is in Florida. So whether they got to evacuate or not.
Yeah. Well,
Speaking of Chad, did you guys see his latest one of his latest videos about magnet fishing?
yeah.
Oh my God, does that look like fun?
It does look like a lot of
I
fun.
want to try that. I was watching Magnet. I watched almost jewelry haul last night. Because I couldn't sleep, and then I was watching magnet fishing videos.
Yep.
It's like, thanks, Chad, for the new rabbit hole. And he was talking in his video. I posted a comment that said, um, "Sorry to say, but it would be hilarious if you fell in the water. It would make good content."
I seen that little dock that he was walking on. I was like, "Oh my god."
Yeah.
I that would make me so dizzy just staring at the water and yeah. I would be off. I couldn't keep, you know, standing upright. So,
Those freaking magnets, I think, are expensive though. I was watching this
I
one
don't
guy.
know.
He had two two 500 pound magnets or two 1,200 pound, whatever it was. And he was like, they're $70 a piece. I'm like, holy crap. I'd be
That's
afraid
a
of getting
lot.
them snagged.
Yeah. What happens if you lose it? Then you're
Exactly.
out. You're out the
Out.
money.
You're just out.
That sucks.
Yeah.
That would suck.
I have to bring my boat. Then I can go and get it out if I need to.
There you go.
And then Chad was at one of the docks and there's a little dinghy there. I was going to say, Chad, you shouldn't show your dinghy. I was worried he wouldn't get
Oh, Nikki.
it. You know me.
Yeah.
I was afraid he wouldn't get it. So,
Ansley found it. She said, "Okay, I see the hurricane. Are they saying Category 3 at landfall?"
what's
I don't.
category 3 for somebody who's ignorant about
I
hurricane?
thought I thought it was a Category 2, but I could be wrong. I don't know.
Which is the worst?
Probably a Category 2 would be worse than a 3. But I don't know. Maybe I don't know. No, that's not right.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Does it go down to 1 is the
I think it
worst
goes
and 10 is not as
up
bad? Or,
up up is higher, I believe.
oh,
Yeah, so Category 2 is less than, I don't know.
how many categories are there?
3 is worst.
How many categories are there?
I don't know.
Oh,
5? 3 is okay. Mm, Because it's different than like a because isn't it the like the tornadoes? I don't know.
I have no clue.
Yeah, it has gone up to 5. It's currently a Category 2. The Sapphire Simpson scale goes to 5. Okay. The higher the number, the worse it is. Okay.
Mm.
I don't
Can
know
it
what I
go
was thinking.
5? Is that what they said?
Yeah, I can go up to 5.
Oh. Okay, that one
Well,
Florence was really bad 'cause they said that one was going to be a 4.
mm, and where?
That Florence one,
Oh, yeah.
when they last just had,
Yeah.
that must have been pretty bad because they said that one was a 4.
That's what I was thinking, Joanna. Tornadoes are F1, F2.
Yeah,
I don't know. Don't listen to me. I do not have
I am totally ignorant about stuff like that. Some of that stuff.
I don't have that information. Oh my goodness. Well, how's everybody doing today? I got I got my shipping done
I
yesterday
got
afternoon, and I had a few sales after that. I think I've got 17 going out today.
mm,
Not bad. Um,
I'm just
I
laying
just
here on the
just
couch.
had a just had a sale this morning of some jeans, so I got those all So I think that was number 17, if I'm not mistaken. Hank says, I wouldn't be surprised if we
Oh,
lose power for a few days and have flooding. The usual, just depends on how it goes. Have to remain vigilant and see. Great, it's headed straight to where I grew up. Yeah.
yeah.
I just heard her say that because I turned the Weather Channel on and was listening to the video. Ap- Apple Chicola? Apple Chicola. I don't know. I know I'm not saying that right. Anyway, Maggie said had to do my own shipping this morning. My husband's away for the day. That's AK Appalach. Okay, there you go. All right,
Does it smell like something?
Appalachicola. Appalachicola. Okay, Appalachicola. I don't know. I'd rather not have this dentist appointment. Everybody running around town, but I'm gonna go get these chompers cleaned. I assume they're open. Yeah.
Wow, our
Be
power just
safe.
went out for about 3 minutes.
Oh,
Wow.
It it scared me, man. It got dark.
You got a flashlight?
Yeah,
Yeah.
fumbling around in the dark for the flashlight.
I ain't
About the
scared of the
time I
dark.
found the flashlight, the power came back on.
Is that the way it always works?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I remember when I was a kid, that was a big thing to have candles and flashlights and everything right at the ready, and we always did.
Yep.
Nowadays, we don't have shit.
Uh-uh. I do have I have a few things. I
Well,
have
I
some
have
can
stuff, but well, we have
uh
a cell phone that we can turn on too.
well yeah. Todd's in Texas. Texas. Hank says horror movie theme song starts playing really freak you out in the dark. Oh, I know.
Yeah.
I got these I I thought they're like LED lights. They're the
Mhm.
little circles.
Yeah.
And I thought they were like where I could, turn them on and they'd be on.
Yeah.
So it'd give me a little bit of light coming down. Well, turns out they're motion censored.
Oh,
It's actually kind of nice because, like, if usually it's never dark in this house. I always at least have one light on.
yeah.
But when I'm, walking into um, the living room, they actually light up. So I don't
Oh.
know. I guess that's a good thing. Yep, we got some. Oh, he's asking the other Valerie.
Who is this? The what?
Hi. I thought
What
I'd say
name are you
hi.
on?
What?
What name are you on?
It's Brandon's name because I couldn't remember my password. I think it's
Oh,
Thor.
I was
Oh
like,
God.
It's Thor, God
what
of
kind of
Thunder.
troll is coming in?
Yep, it's Thor. I thought I'd say
Hey,
hi.
hey, we missed
Hi, how you
you.
doing?
Yep, I'm in
Hi.
the final stretch. I close on Friday.
Woohoo!
Our internet went out in our house, so I'm in town right now using the free city internet
Oh,
because
Gosh.
I've called twice, and they're like, "Oh yeah," because we had a thunderstorm Thursday. That's when our internet went out. Yeah, there's an outage in your area. They're working on it. So I call again Saturday. Oh yeah, they're working on this outage. I'm like, Monday morning. I'm like, I'm calling. Now they're finally going to send a technician to my house on tomorrow morning.
Oh
Anyway,
my gosh.
yeah. So I've no internet in our house or anything like that. So I stopped in town to check my email and stuff like that.
wow,
Oh
that's
my
Anyway, I
gosh.
thought I'd say hi
so
because
how are you printing? Did you go to the library or what?
no, Jim did it off the smartphone somehow.
Oh, yeah, you
Um,
can do that.
He did it where you must like buy the label and then he takes the chip out of the smartphone and puts it in the computer and then it prints it out. And don't ask me how to do that because I have no idea at all.
Oh,
But that's how he did it.
because I can Bluetooth between my cell phone and my printer.
Yeah, he did it, and I don't know how. You'd have to ask him. So
Oh,
he did it somehow. I know he had to take like a chip out of the phone and put it in the computer. So I don't know how he did it.
Huh.
Anyway,
So are you guys leaving?
well, I have to go and make. I have to go buy another place.
Right.
I
Right.
gotta find another place. So I'll probably try to go down next week, see if I can write an offer on something. But even if I write an offer next week, I mean, I probably won't be able to close faster than 30 days. So that's gonna push
Right.
me out in November. And then what I'll probably do is I'll have Jim start moving stuff down, and I'll probably help him, and then I'll probably stay here with Brandon in school because he would. I mean, it would be like November, December. I'd like to let him finish out the year in school here. I personally think.
Right.
Let's see what happens. I'd
Yeah.
rather have him switch school, like finish the year here, and then go to a new school at the beginning of next year. So
Yeah.
that would be
yeah.
Yeah.
15. He's in fourth grade. So
Yeah.
anyway. So yeah, we're almost done. It's gonna close, and it's closing for sure because we got all our closing paperwork and everything. So it's cool.
Nice.
Awesome.
Yep.
Very good.
And you got your
So,
building cleaned out so you can get your $5,000 back.
well, it's not the build. I have to be out of the building. The $5,000 is like stuff like I have a semi trailer I have to move, which is gonna get moved after closing. It's that kind of stuff. It's just
Oh,
I have to be out of the big building on Friday because I
yeah,
think they're
Mm.
gonna lock it up. I let them start bringing in boats early. I think they got like 10 or 11 boats in there right now.
yeah,
Um, so I was nice and I let them start bringing in the boats before closing because I figure if I'm nice to them, maybe then when they own it, they'll be nice to me.
Right. Well, yeah. I mean, that
Anyway,
can go a long ways, you know.
they're planning on storing 40 boats in it this winter.
Hmm.
And then next year they figure they'll get more in. They're gonna do a little renovation. There's an inside wall I think they're gonna take out. So they're gonna do good with
Yeah.
it. They're gonna make some money with it. So that's good.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So
are
yes, I'll
you
be
really
happy when it's
sad?
over. Jim lost like 20 pounds.
Wow.
Yeah, he's skinny looking because all we've been doing is working. And yeah, that's about it. Anyway,
Working too hard.
yeah.
I lost 30 pounds.
Oh wow, Nikki.
Yeah,
I could have
I
brought you
can't.
down here. You could have helped me. I could have really got you in shape.
Yeah,
Could have stayed down here and you helped me. So what else is new? Did I miss anything good?
Um,
not
not
really.
Nothing
not
really.
really.
No. No big eBay updates or anything.
Mm, no, they're still as screwy as ever.
Yeah,
Ain't nothing changed there.
Well, I can tell you, if you don't list in 30 days, your sales will go right in the toilet. I don't care how
I
big a
am.
store you got.
Yep,
Yep,
this is true.
No. I think the last 7 days I sold like just under $500 worth. I'm like, ay, ay, ay. I'm glad this thing is closing.
yep,
Anyway.
yep. It's
But
terrible.
Yeah.
you have to. I mean, you got to do what you got to do for right now, at least.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and this is a priority, obviously. This is,
Sure.
I gotta get this done and stuff like that. So,
Yeah, and then you'll get it back.
anyway.
Once you get
Yeah,
back online and get your
yeah,
internet back and everything.
yeah,
You'll
yeah.
build it
Yeah,
back
I
up
won't
and
start really listing until after this is done. So,
yeah,
anyway.
yeah.
So, anyway. So that's what I've been up to.
That's good. It
That's
sounds
pretty good.
sounds good. I'm excited for you guys. I mean,
Yeah,
even if you guys don't end up leaving until Brandon gets out of school, I think that's a great, it's
Well,
a great opportunity for you.
well, Jim's gonna back and forth. And Jim's like, well, good. Then I'll be living in Kentucky this winter while you're sitting up there with Brandon in school. I'm like, okay, thank you. But he'll be back and forth because we will be. I mean, my goal is I'm using. There was two buildings on this piece of property. I'm renting back the other one as storage. As soon as I close on a place, I want to get out of there so I don't have to pay rent. You know.
Right. Right.
So anyway,
Yeah. That's
it'll
good.
be.
Bye,
It'll be
Maggie. Have a great day. Yeah, we're hanging out. Everything's pretty much the
What if,
same, you know. They're
if you rented a storage shed? Wouldn't it be cheaper?
no. It would have been more work.
Yeah,
I
probably.
would have had to haul the stuff into town by the trailer load, where all I had to do was move it, I don't know, 75 feet to another building.
Yeah, that's true.
It was part of the incentive I put together to put the deal together. You know,
yeah,
Yeah,
it's a month to month. I'm not tied into any kind of lease on it.
yeah.
Um, it'll be cool. You
yeah,
know, I got more money for the property than I thought because I included the house with it. So I mean, I'm happy with my payout on what I'm getting. I'll be mortgage free. I'll be able to take that money, put it into another piece of property, and not go to the bank and borrow any money. And that was my goal the whole time.
right.
Yeah.
You know, so, and I
You're
figure,
rich.
no, that's not rich. That's not rich. Um, I figure, I mean, I'll go back on eBay. I mean, if I can't figure out how, I mean, I've been making a $500 a month mortgage payment. So for a couple months, if eBay can't pay the rent that I'm paying that guy on that barn, then there's something really wrong. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
anyway, it's just part of it. It's kind of how I put the deal together originally. So
Well, we miss you.
I miss you guys.
definitely. We
We have to
miss you
get the boys
guys.
back together so you can come on and chat with us.
Well, I thought I'd show up for a couple. I'll have to go back home. I gotta go to the real estate office at 10 o'clock. So I thought I'd come out and say hi though.
We're
Well,
glad
that
you
was
did.
nice of you. Yeah,
See what you
it's good
guys
to
are
see
up
you.
to. See
Oh,
what
you know us. Nothing good.
So are you gonna stay in Kansas for the winter, Valerie?
Yeah, looks like I'm here for another winter, but I'm gonna be traveling. I'm going somewhere every month. So
Oh wow.
uh, today or this month, I'm going to South Dakota and to see my brother.
Oh. Yeah.
And they're already getting snow up there.
We had
Um,
snow here a week ago.
Yeah.
Not
my
enough to
gosh.
stay on the ground, but we had snow like on your car windshields and stuff. It was real slushy snow.
And then, but for the holidays, I'm going to my daughter's. So, um, Thanksgiving, I'm going to North Carolina, and then Christmas, I'll be going to California. So it won't be as bad. Um, at least I'll be able to go somewhere this for the holidays and be with
Yeah.
my family. So I'm really looking forward to that.
Oh, that's
But
good.
yeah, we'll see what happens
Mhm.
next year, and but for now, yeah, I'm here.
Well, that's okay though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
And you get to go like you're not stuck there for the holidays. You get to go see your kids and stuff and grandkids, so it'll
Yeah.
be good.
yeah. I'm gonna spend like 2 weeks at each place. So
Cool.
uh, yeah, so it'll be good.
Yeah.
I'm excited about it because I
Mhm.
haven't had a holiday with them for like 10 years.
Wow.
With either one of the kids. So it needs to happen.
Yeah.
So
No, that's good.
yeah,
Because you got grandkids and stuff, and you want to see them when they're young and stuff.
Mhm.
sure.
You know.
I mean, thank goodness for FaceTime, Facebook, and all that. That we can talk to each other. I can see them. They can see me. They know what I look like and
Mhm.
everything. But but it's not the same. So
Yeah. And how are your wrists doing, Nikki? I heard you're having trouble with those.
I have arthritis. I have rheumatoid arthritis.
Oh yeah.
And I
So,
went to the doctor yesterday. He got me on prednisone, so they
oh,
should be okay. They should be getting better. They feel a little better today.
oh, that's good. Jim's wearing the his carpal tunnels like flared up. He's wearing the wrist braces anyway.
I
Yeah,
Oh
we
no.
overworked him. He's in two wrist braces. I call him
Ah.
floppy wrist. Trying to take some packages to FedEx, and I'm like, just let me carry them for you. You got those floppy wrists. So I come in there, and it's not everybody. The girl's like, why isn't he carrying it? I'm like, well, he hurt his wrist. And she like looks at him like he's a whip. He's like, you're such a a-hole. Anyway, he gets mad. I call him old Mr. Floppy Wrist. I'm like, hey, let me do that for you, old Mr. Floppy Wrist. Anyway,
for Jim.
yeah.
Yeah, working his arms off.
Oh yeah. Well, he had the carpal tunnel surgery, and he said when I
Uh-huh.
had it done, they said, "Oh yeah, you don't have to worry about it for like 20 years." And then he started figuring out. He's like, "Oh my god, it's been like 20 years. Oh my
Um,
god."
Time flies.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So
Don't break the gym. That's right.
yeah.
yeah, be nice to Jim.
Hey, half the
Everybody
stuff
loves
is
Jim.
his. Yeah. Well, half the stuff is his, so that's his problem. No, I take it easy. I help him out as much as I can so he doesn't break.
Oh.
But he doesn't like being called Mr. Floppy Wrist. I can tell you.
I imagine.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Oh.
Brandon's doing okay?
Yeah, Brandon. Football's over. Yeah, we're just doing the school thing.
That's good.
Yeah. Yeah, we have a super short football season. It only lasts like a month for these kids because, of course, they don't want it to interfere with ice hockey. So they
No.
don't put
Right.
any any resources into the football program. Anyway, so hopefully, if he gets in an area, they'll have a little stronger football program.
Yeah. Does he really like that sport?
Yeah,
Playing that?
yeah. He's a
That's
big
cool.
kid. He loves playing defense. He's a defensive lineman, and he just loves it because he's so big. I mean, he weighs over 100 pounds. So these other kids, he's so much bigger than. He just goes right through the line, and he'll like sack the quarterback. I think his last game he had something like 4 sacks. Which they don't tackle, so it's like sack is they grab the flag or touch or whatever. But yeah,
Right.
anyway, he's hard to hold back. They gotta like double team him and stuff. It's funny. Anyway, and he just loves it. Anyway, because they
They'd
have
be in tr- they'd be in trouble if it was actually tackle, right?
he actually probably could have went and played tackle this year, but anyway, because I think when I took him to the doctor, he weighs like 115 pounds, and he's probably like maybe 12 or 13 inches shorter than me, so he's like 4 foot tall.
Wow.
Yeah, he's a pretty big kid. Anyway, yeah, he's sad to see football end.
Yeah. When that's over, it's winter time.
Yeah. Hey, we had snow here, so it's been like raining every freaking day. It's miserable, dreary weather. I'm working outside, so I'm always soaking wet. We had
Yeah.
snow on our windshield last week. I know it snowed up in Calumet, Michigan. They had snow on the ground up there. Yeah, it's definitely October here. It's coming fast. This is like everybody's hurrying up, hustling to get stuff done because next month you can have snow on the ground.
Yeah.
Yep. We could
Yeah.
have snow on the ground this month.
Yeah, well, the ground's kind of warm for it to stick though. So,
Yeah.
but once it gets colder, when the top layer of the dirt starts freezing, yeah. Because like these
Yeah.
boat people, I let them come in early. I mean, they're just crazy because they're backed up on boats. They got nowhere to put them. So you got all these dock and boat people because I'm in the lake area. They're just going crazy trying to wrap stuff up. The lawn people, like that blow leaves and stuff, are like trying to hurry up and get it done. The leaves aren't quite off the tree yet. I mean, we still got pretty good color here.
Yeah.
Next week we got like 50 degrees coming.
Today
Woohoo!
I thought it was going to be 70 and rain all day, but I don't know.
Oh.
Unless I heard that wrong. I don't know.
That's
Well, we had
crazy.
our in the 91 we had our mega storm up here on Halloween where we had multiple feet of snow.
Yeah, I remember. one like beginning of November where we had one of these big ice snowstorms and the power went out, and Brandon was probably about 3 or 4 because of course it got down to like I don't know 20 degrees. We were had Coleman lanterns going in the house, and we just went to bed early with lots of quilts on the bed, and we put Brandon in between us to stay warm because they knew the power was going to be off till the next day at least. Anyway,
Yeah.
Mm,
this is a beautiful place to live. If it was like more summer all the time, it's just the winters get so dang long up here.
They
yeah.
do.
Yeah. I mean, in the summer, I mean, it is. It's a really. I will say, I'm ready to move, but northern Wisconsin is. It's beautiful, and you have the lakes here, and you have a lot of resources to do like outdoorsy stuff. But the
Yeah,
winter, I mean, we can have snow on the ground in November, and it won't melt till the beginning of May.
yeah,
Right.
It gets long.
it does.
Yeah, I don't mind snow on the ground when it's December and January because that's like winter. But when it gets March, April, like last year, like April 26th, we got like that 14 inches of snow.
Yeah.
That gets a little long. Anyway,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
But
Definitely.
then again, when you get snow that late in the year, it's not as bad because you know it's going away. I'd rather, I don't
yeah,
mind seeing the snow then. It's easier for me to see the snow then. I mean, it's kind of bummy, but at least I know it's going away like within a week.
yeah.
You know?
I don't
I do
know. It
not.
still bums me out, Nikki, because I'll be like, "Oh, good, it's April, yay, we're almost over." And then you get something like that. It's like, no, it's gonna
I
last
know.
longer.
I know. I used to be that way when I had a garden. I didn't do a garden this year, so I
I
wasn't as
haven't
bummed
done
out.
a garden in years. Jim planted these tomatoes in pots on our deck, or our deck has been overtaken by tomato vines. Um, but yeah, I didn't. I just don't have time to do a garden. So,
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't have time either. Last year and this year I didn't have a garden. I didn't
yeah.
have time.
Uh,
But when I worked full time and did eBay, I had time.
yeah.
Don't ask me.
I don't.
It's the way it works, it seems.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, nothing really happening here. Just
Yeah.
keep plugging along and trying to get some sales and
Yeah. No, I haven't even looked at my eBay this morning. I probably should look at it. I haven't wanted to. It's been so bad. It's like, anyway.
yeah.
eBay sucks, but that's my own. But that is also no new listings up. That I did buy a pair of Fry boots at the thrift store one day. They had like a half off sale, so shoes are usually like $2. So I bought them for $1, and I sold them for like $52.
Nice.
Yeah,
Very good. Yeah, fries do really they usually do pretty good.
yeah. I just happened to find them. It's just a fluky thing.
That's awesome.
Yeah. I got a guy.
Travis.
I got a guy who I think, and I hate to use this word, I think he's trying to scam us. Jim's like, the guy's like, you sent me this part and it's junk and I want my money back, but I don't have the time to send it back. And Jim's like, it's this real wordy explanation. Jim's like, no, I'll give you the return label, just send them back. And so the guy's like all ticked off. They're outboard motor parts. Oh, these are junk, and I'm gonna leave you negative feedback. I don't have the time to send these back. So Jim's like, just send them back, please. He's real nice, you know. 'Cause he's like, if the guy gives us negative feedback, I'm just gonna call. He's trying to extort me for feedback, which you can't do.
Oh
Anyways,
yeah.
the other guy, he's like, I'm not gonna return them, but I'm still gonna. My feedback will reflect it. I'm thinking, well, that's because you've already used them, you a hole, and you don't want to take them off what you put them on or whatever. Anyway, so we had that going on too. No internet in that. Anyway, it was great.
Yeah, Mary, I'm not sure how Sally's doing this morning. I haven't talked to her. I assume she probably went to bed. I know Naked Man is sick, so
Oh no, Naked Man's sick.
yeah.
He got cold.
Yeah, he's yeah. I guess he's got a cold. And Sally was really sick, and so I think
Ugh.
she was kind of on the ass end of it, and then I guess he got sick. Good morning, Beth.
Well, I hope I get better. That sucks.
Yeah, Sally, she works her butt off,
Well,
and
she works herself to death.
yep,
It doesn't matter if she's sick, and then because she works all night, and then she tries to work during the day doing eBay. But yes, she has a lot
right.
on her plate.
Sally's getting a surprise soon.
Ooh, a good surprise. Which probably shouldn't say it live on YouTube in case she watches it later.
Probably not. Probably not. It's hard. It's so hard for me to hold in a secret, especially with Sally. I
Yeah.
just want to tell her, but I will let her know that y'all send her your love. Yep, who's going to be your secretary now? Exactly. So you're going to have to
Ixnay
let.
on your is it vey.
What?
I said Ixnay on your is it vey.
I didn't say anything. I don't even know anything.
She's talking to me. She's like, "Shut up,
Oh.
Valerie."
I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? I don't even know anything.
I thought that's what you
I'm
guys were
gone
talking
from
about.
I'm so bad about surprise. I just want to. I'm so excited that I want to just tell everybody,
Yeah.
I
even
know.
her.
Well,
But
no.
I know
But
I
she's gonna be
won't.
really upset to find out that you're coming to see me before her.
Right?
Oh, I know what's going
Coming,
on.
you're coming to see me and not her. She's gonna be pissed.
Oh boy. See, I already figured it out. The good one, Nikki. Good one.
Uh, can you
Oh,
guys hold down the fort here for a minute? I'm gonna go put my
Yeah.
packages out.
Yep.
leave Nikki in charge.
You can trust me and Tara and Todd.
Yeah, there you go. Let's start talking about politics or soup or something.
So I'll tell my story of what happened to me yesterday.
Yeah, bring it.
I went to the doctor yesterday. I got in with a rheumatologist. I called and asked I called rheumatology. I told them I needed an appointment because I wasn't going to wait for them to send me a letter. Well, anyways, they said the soonest they could get me in was October 25th. And I said, well, that's not going to work. And she goes, well, I can't just kick somebody out of their appointment. I said, well, what can I do? She goes, well, you can have your doctor call. If it's an emergency, I could probably get you in. So I called the nurse, the doctor's nurse, and she called. She said, let me see what I can do. She called and got me an appointment for yesterday at 10:30. She says, I got you an appointment for today at 10:30. I said, I'll be there. Well, I accidentally went to the wrong building, the wrong clinic. I mean, it's the same clinic, but we have multiple buildings.
Mm.
I I know better. I don't know why I went to the wrong building, but still, I got there at like 10:10, so I
Delusional
had
with
time to,
pain.
huh?
Delusional with pain. That's what you should have said.
Yeah. Well, anyways, it didn't matter. I mean, I had plenty of time to get to my appointment. Anyways, so I go into this clinic, and she says, "Can I have your name?" I said, "Bauer, Bauer," and she goes, "Oh, you're not supposed to be here till 11:30." I said, "Oh, okay." And all right, first I said I was here for the doctor at 10:30, Dr. Mingle. And she goes, you're not supposed to be here till 11:30, and that's Dr. Mueller. And I said, oh, okay, well, maybe I got the whole thing wrong. So I said, all right, well, I'll go down and look at the gift shop or whatever while I wait. I'll be back. So I go and I kill an hour and I come back at 10 after 11. And she says, what was your last name again? I said, Bauer, Bauer. This is just the registration lady. And she's sitting there talking, and she kept calling me Colleen. I was like, why are you calling me Colleen? And she goes, well, that's your name. I said, no, it's not. And she goes, oh, what's your birth date? I said, and I told her my birth date. And she's like, I says, I'm Nicole. And she goes, oh, you were supposed to be in the 3rd Street building on 3rd floor at 10:30, not the 2nd Street building. And she started giggling a little bit. And I was like, you just totally messed up my appointment that I just got for today.
Mm-hmm.
And instantly I just started bawling. I mean, I had been in horrible pain all weekend long, like not being able to handle the pain. And I've been in that pain for a long time. And I couldn't hold back. And
Mm-hmm.
I started crying, and she's like, why are you crying? Just like a snoot, you know? And
Yeah.
I was like, you don't freaking understand what I've been through. And I said, and now you screwed up my appointment. She goes, go walk over to the other clinic,
Poor God.
which is like 4 blocks uphill. And she goes, and I'll try to get this fixed. So I go and I practically almost run up this skyway, which is like I said, 4 blocks uphill. And go luggy. And I get over there, and the registration lady over there is like, well, you're over an hour late. I don't know if we can get you in.
Mm-hmm.
We usually cancel appointments if you're more than 10 minutes. So then I told her, I said, well, this other registration lady screwed up and told me that my appointment wasn't, and I explained to her, and I'm just bawling my eyes out. I mean, I've been bawling my eyes out this whole time, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and just upset. I mean, I was crying so hard. I had that, you know, when you're a little kid and you cry so hard and you got that, oh, you can't catch your breath. I mean, that's how hard I was crying. And I really, and um, she goes, well, I'll call back, go sit down, and I'll figure this out. So she comes over, she yells over to me. She said, yeah, they'll get you in. I guess that other registration lady called and explained what happened. So they'll get you in. So I finally start calming down. And then about 10, 15 minutes later, the nurse comes out and gets me and brings me back. I just released. I started bawling like you wouldn't believe. She goes, oh my God, are you okay? I said, I'm just so dang happy that I can be here. Well, anyway, I was just a rise of emotions yesterday.
Boy.
Working through
You
emotions.
know,
Anyway,
I don't know why when you tell me this story, how could I see you like upset and crying, but then also swearing at the people?
I was mad. Well, anyways, so she took my blood pressure. It was 175 over 112.
Oh my God.
I have never had, I've had 2 babies and 2 kidney stones and never had blood pressure that high.
That's really bad because when the bottom number gets over 80, they don't like it. I mean, that's really
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah. I was pissed.
Wow. You're lucky
Yeah.
you didn't have a freaking heart attack.
I am lucky. That's why I told her when I called. And then when I left the doctor's, I mean, the doctor talked to me forever, and I had to do labs, and I had to do x-ray, and well, I also had to go pick up my daughter for work. And I thought I was gonna be late for that. And well, I made it on time, but on my way out, when I left the doctor, I had to walk back to that other clinic to get to the parking ramp where my car was. And I stopped on 3rd floor, and I went over, I asked that lady who originally messed up. I said, what is your name? I was pissed then. I wasn't sobbing. And she goes, oh, my name is Peggy. And I said, I just wanted to know who I'm going to fucking turn in.
Oh boy.
And I walked out. And it was, as I was walking out, she goes, well, I told my boss, and I told Dr. Mango's office. Yeah, and his name was Dr. Mango, not Dr. Mingle.
Oh, Mango, like that character on Saturday Night Live. Remember that? He used
Like
to
the
jump
fruit.
around. Yeah, no, remember that character on Saturday Night Live that called him Mango? He was like a dancer or whatever, and everybody
I,
was in love with him. Yeah, anyway.
so, anyways, he got me on prednisone. He's gonna have me on methotrexate. But he got me on prednisone for the interim. So
Hmm.
I had to have blood work to make sure I was healthy enough to take methotrexate. So
Jim
that was
took
my
that.
day. I was just, oh man,
Sounds
it
like a
was a
roller
day.
coaster. It
And
was
you know,
highs, it was lows.
I'm not usually such a big baby, but lately I have been. I don't know. It's just
Maybe you're going through the change of life.
maybe. I
You're
don't
all
know.
emotional and like hormonal and stuff.
I am. I've been really. It's just this pain. I'm not used to being in this much pain. I mean, it's getting to the point where I can't hardly do anything for myself. You know.
Well, if your hands are all jacked up and you can't use them, yeah, that would be pretty debilitating.
Yeah. I mean, I yesterday morning I couldn't even put my hair up in my clip. I had to have my husband do it.
Yeah. Well, I think Jim talked to you like last week with his carpal tunnel before he had the surgery done. He couldn't sleep through the night. He'd wake
Yeah.
up, his wrist would be in so much pain. He would take a pillow and put it on the kitchen table, and then he'd lay chest down with his arms just hanging straight down, and that was the
Yeah.
only relief he could get from it for it anyway. That
That's
was
the way I
before.
was. I couldn't sleep, and I would I would sit in the recliner and put my head back and keep my hands as flat as possible. Yeah, just so I could sleep. I only slept a few hours a night. I couldn't. Yeah, and that's probably where the all the emotions came from because I was just so wore out.
Did you ask him about doing the carpal tunnel test? Only reason I say that is when Jim had that before the test, they tried to say, "Oh, it's arthritis, it's rheumatoid arthritis. Just do this." And they did the carpal tunnel electrical test, and they're like, "Oh my god." Anyway,
Hmm.
I don't know. I don't have a problem with my wrist, but yeah, it's something they hook up some kind of electrode or something to, and they gauge it on what you could feel coming through. And his was so bad he couldn't even feel it.
Yeah, he didn't do that, but he said that I guess rheumatoid arthritis you can pick up with a blood test.
Oh,
And
really?
he said you were definitely your whatever levels it is was um definitely showed rheumatoid arthritis.
Hmm.
Huh.
So
Well,
he
it sounds
said
like
you've had it. He said you've had it for a long time.
Wow.
well,
Wow.
you know what I think, Nikki? We should do the spouse swap, and then you and Jim could be like floppy wrists together. And then
Gosh.
sounds like you two are a match made in heaven with your floppy wrists. You can help each other put on your wrist braces and
We
stuff
need you
like
and
that.
Gary to do stuff for us when our wrists are floppy, though.
In fact, if you guys got together, that's what I would call you, Mr. and Mrs. Floppy Wrist.
There you go.
Wait, I think Valerie, the other spouse here, is getting a little jealous.
But could be
Yeah.
like we could live in a commune. We could all be like sister wives and
Oh.
brother husbands.
Oh my God.
We could use like solar power and windmills and just help each other out all the time.
Oh my gosh.
Now my husband's like, well, guess we're gonna have to move south for the winter.
There
I'm
you
like,
go. Yeah, you can't take the cold anymore. You're gonna have to be snowbirds.
Yep.
I said,
No,
well, if
thanks,
you
Cindy.
talk my dad into it.
I
Or
don't
just take
know.
them with you for the winter and say we'll come back when it warms up in the spring. We'll leave for like the cold months, like January, February, March, and then just come back in April.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You'd be here for Christmas. You take that 3 months during the crappier part of winter when it gets like 20 and 30 below, blow
Yeah.
out of here for that, and then just come back in the spring. Spend the summer in Duluth.
There you go. Got a whole
You know,
plan and everything, Nikki.
I'll tell you what. You know what your dad would really like, and I've actually always wanted to go to it, and I've never been there. And I knew somebody that went to it. He said it's worth seeing down in Kissimmee. Like I think it's January and February. I think they have two big tractor shows there, but they're like it's like 50 acres of tractor shows, every kind of display you would ever want to see, and it's this huge
Huh.
event down there. Your dad would probably love it.
Yeah.
Go rent a condo, go down there, go check out those tractor shows, and then just come back in the spring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see. Gary's working right now, so.
Well, just leave Gary home to make money, and you and your dad can go blow off down there.
Well,
Check
that's
out the
Gary's whole reason for going down there. I'm not the one who wants to go down there. Gary is.
uh, Gary, you
So
stay
I
home
can't
and
really
make
very
money.
well.
We're gonna leave for the winter.
I can't very well leave him home.
I would. Anyway, no, I wouldn't. I'm just
He's
saying
the one that
that.
wants to go there. Ainsley said, I knew sister wives would come into play.
Yeah,
You know,
something like
Sarah.
that always does.
Oh my God, somebody just shared a news story on my Facebook. Down on the Wisconsin Illinois border, they found an alligator, a 4-foot alligator, swimming in Lake Michigan. Somebody must have
Yeah,
set it
Wow.
free.
we saw that.
Did you see
Wow.
it? Oh, somebody must have turned it loose or something.
Gary said that it's a actual news place out of Milwaukee, I think he said.
Yeah, it's WTMJ in Milwaukee's got the story.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I'm sure the little bastard was probably cold because I don't think they like it like when it's like 60, do they? I'm
No.
sure down in Milwaukee, it's probably not much warmer than that right now.
Yeah, I think somebody must have just, I don't know, he must not have lived there very long.
Somebody probably just turned them loose.
Yeah. Yeah, somebody went down to Florida, thought it'd be pretty cool to have an alligator for a pet, and then got bit or something and realized it's probably not a good idea. Or his wife told him, hey, wake up, asshole. You're not having that around my kids. And then he went and threw his alligator in the lake.
Yeah, I think I saw a movie about this. So they brought an alligator home, they put it in the sewers of New York, and it
I
turned
remember that.
ginormous because it was eating those dogs that they had some kind of weird medication in, and then it grew ginormous and was killing a bunch of people, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I remember I picturing it in the sewer, and I'm picturing a lady drying her laundry, white sheets blowing in the breeze, and then the alligator comes up.
Yeah, it was a movie. Yeah,
Yeah, I remember that. No, it was a movie.
it was a movie. I forgot what it's called. Maybe it's called Alligator. I don't know.
I
Or
can't remember what it was
yeah.
called.
But yeah, it's an alligator in the sewer that's eating these
Yeah,
dogs they're dumping in the sewer that have some kind of medical like they were doing some experiments on them with growth, so now the thing turns ginormous or whatever.
Oh
Mickey
my
coming up with a
gosh.
whole movie.
There's a
That's probably
really
what happened. That's how anacondas and alligators got in the mix down in Florida.
Yeah.
It'd
Well,
be cool to have an
alligators were always
anaconda.
there, but that's how like
Were,
pythons and stuff got free in Florida. It was after Hurricane Andrew. Oh my
were they
God!
anacondas or what were those snakes called?
I think isn't it like boa constrictors and stuff like that? Maybe anacondas too. I
I
don't
don't
know.
remember. It was a huge snake
Pythons.
anyway.
I think pythons more.
Pythons maybe.
Yeah.
Where they were like eating the alligators and you saw pictures of half alligators and half snakes. So they both
Yeah.
oh
they
my
both killed each
gosh.
other.
Yep. You know what would freak me out? You see this in like an apartment building where some dummy has a pet snake. No offense to anybody that owns pet snakes. I don't like snakes. And it gets loose, and then it gets
Yeah.
like in the toilet or whatever, and then somebody goes to the bathroom and there's a freaking snake in their toilet. I would like poop a
Yeah,
brick if that happened to
I
me.
know.
I wouldn't even know what to do. I mean, I would totally freak out.
Yeah.
Anyway. Or worse yet, you don't see it. You go to the bathroom and then the snake shows up, like, "Hey, you just peed on me" or whatever. You know, I'd be like, "Oh my God!" I
Yeah,
would,
reticulated python. Yeah, pythons was what it was.
Oh my goodness.
Some people are so dumb. They think, oh, it'd be so cool to have this as a pet. Yeah.
Yeah, no. I'm not into snakes, and they bite.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, even snakes that are like a grass snake will bite you. I am scared to death of snakes. There's not much I'm really scared of, but I can tell you a snake I am scared of.
Mm,
I don't care what kind of
I
snake it is. I'm not into snakes.
Nope.
I remember this one time we were pulling out the pig fence, and and my husband, there was this big rock, and my husband says, "Oh, I'll grab it." I said, "No, I got it." So I moved this big rock and out of the way, and I saw this thing, and I thought it was just a big earthworm, and I went to grab it, and I was like, "Dear, look at this huge!" And then I screamed as soon as it opened its mouth. I saw it. I was like, "Oh my God, it's a freaking snake!" And I I run back to the house. I Every time I talked about that story, I cried.
Yeah,
Oh
I've been
my.
there
I
before
couldn't
too, Nikki. Oh
I
my
couldn't
god,
even
it
I
looks
couldn't even
bigger. Oh
believe
my
it that I
god,
almost
it's a huge
grabbed it.
snake.
Huh?
I've been there before too. What is that thing? Oh no, huge black snake.
I've
Yeah.
done that, and it was actually, I thought it was a branch or a
Oh my
stick or
god.
something.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was, yeah, that wasn't good.
I used to gallop racehorses at this barn, and they had a lot of mice, and they were infested with snakes in the summer, big grass snakes or garter snakes. And that helped. I'd be like doing something, and they'd come up, "Hey, yeah, Tara, got something for you." And he'd be holding a snake. It'd be like 2, 3 foot
Ugh.
long, like this.
Oh
I
my god.
mean, I would be like, "You can just f off right now." And if I had anything close to me, I'd hit them with it. Like if I had a broom or a shovel or anything, I'd be like, "Just don't even do it."
That
Get out of
oh
here.
my that whole day that whole day, every time I thought about that snake, I cried. I
Oh
just
my god.
Gary'd be like, "What are you crying for?" I'm like, "I just can't believe I almost touched a snake." He's like, "Oh my God." I was like, "That just freaked me out, dear." I mean, I didn't like bawl or anything, but it just kind of, yeah, it just kind of really got to me.
We're in Florida, okay? Jim's parents live down around Orlando. And we always say, "Brandon, if you see snakes down here, do not touch them." But they have I call them black racers. They're long, they're kind of black, and they'll be pretty long. They'll be like little over foot long. He sees one outside. He's outside by himself in the front yard. All of a sudden, he's screaming. He's running and screaming because we're back by like the back. And like in Florida, I call them bird cages. They have those screened enclosures around pools. He ran right through the screen door.
Oh my
Oh
God.
my gosh.
Like the Hulk busted through the screen door. He just ran right through it. It's funny. I
Brandon.
felt bad for him. It was kind of funny. Anyway,
There's a snake.
he didn't even say that. He just screams. I mean, because he's probably like 6 when that happened. I mean, he just screams this
Boy,
high pitched, shrill scream, and he runs right through the screen door. Anyway,
no thanks.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't like snakes. But I like snakes better than I like mice, so I don't know.
Mm-mm, not me.
Because
Yeah,
I
no,
know
I'm scared of
snakes
snakes.
eat mice, so that's the only reason I would like them.
Mm.
Oh my god, you would have loved this. I had to move a water tank and there was a field mouse underneath it, and I moved the water tank and it looks up at me like, "Oh, what are you doing?" I'm like, "Okay, go away." But anyway,
Hmm.
I would have been like, ah, there's a mouse.
uh, snakes creep me out way more. Not that I love mice, but snakes creep me out way more. Oh,
Right. Oh my gosh. Can't do it. I got mouse traps all over the house just because I'm afraid that there's going to be a mouse in here, which I don't think there is, but I still have mouse traps all over the house just because of that. I'm prepared.
What happened to Tara?
I don't know. I'm not sure. Oh,
Y'all are fraidy cats.
yep. I suppose if I move down to Texas, I'm gonna have to get my snake killing boots on, huh?
You have to get used to it, eh?
Most of the snakes around the house are small.
I don't care
Like,
if it's a penny-sized snake. I don't want to see it.
right. I'm the same way.
They get in our swimming pool and drown, and then you have to fish them out the trap
Uh,
thing.
that's when I would need a pool boy. Take care of
Well,
that.
well, that's what scares me. I mean, if yeah, exactly. Mike says Nikki screams like a 6-year-old, then jumps on a 10-ton tractor to run it down. That's right. I don't want any snakes. You can have them all down there in Texas.
Yep.
You're killing that thing like I killed that duck that time. It was a rake.
You used a rake.
Yeah.
Ugh.
I had these 2 ducks, Silencio and Stewart. And I mean, they were so great. I mean, you could call it, I go out there, here ducks, and they'd come running. They were Amanda and Brandy's pets. And Stewart, well, my sister and her boyfriend had bought the girls 4 more ducks, excuse me. And they were all Pekin, like Silencio, where
Mm-hmm.
Stewart was a Rowan. Well, Stewart and Silencio were like best friends. I mean, they were always together, walking around and stuff. I mean, if Stewart was somewhere that Silencio couldn't find him, she'd be like rah, 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 walking around just quacking away. They were inseparable. Well, when it got these other Pekins, Silencio went with the other Pekins and left Stewart by himself.
Oh.
And these other ducks started picking on Stewart, and one of them ended up really beating her up, and beat her bloody.
Aw.
Well, she was almost dead, and I took her and nursed her back to health. And the first day I had her out in the yard, this duck had attacked her again. And I told Gary, I said, kill that goddamn duck right now.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he didn't get on it fast enough. And so I started chasing the duck down. And with my bad knee, I had just had knee surgery not that long before that. I couldn't run. I couldn't catch it. So I picked up the garden rake and I threw it clear across the yard and binged that thing in the head, and I went and killed it. Now,
Oh
Oh
my
boy.
gosh.
I'm not mean to animals, but I was so pissed at that duck because it started going after Stewart again. And I
Right.
told, and my nephews were over at the time, and they're like, don't beat it to smithereens. We can eat it to. I mean, I was like, F this duck. Like,
Oh boy.
and that's when I had to take Stewart again and nurse him back to health again. Or
Oh
her.
my
It was a
gosh.
she, Stewart was. And he had a little identity crisis. But anyways, I was so mad. Stewart was our pet for a couple of years. I was attached to Stewart. And I wasn't going to let them other ducks kill Stewart. I mean, I understand pecking order. The chickens used to have pecking order, which was fine. And I understand all that. But to beat another duck bloody and make her almost dead, almost kill her from it, that was not pecking order. That was just pure mean.
Right.
And Celestio just stood there and watched it. And well, anyways, the neighbor dog took care of the other 3 ducks. So I
Oh
didn't
my
have to worry about
gosh.
them no more. And then Silencio and Stewart were fine again. But
Aw.
all those ducks were mean. Ooh, they were mean. They go aggravate my chickens and everything else. They were just little assholes. I told my sister, I said, don't buy any more ducks. We loved our ducks. I mean, they were great, you know. When my dad would come over, they'd run up to the car looking for treats, you know, because my dad would always bring them stuff. And I mean, they were just great ducks, you know, they were so much fun. And then after one time when my husband or my father-in-law passed away, like 2 weeks before that, Silencio went missing. And we thought she was gone, you know. And um all of a sudden we're sitting there, we're all sad and whatever. They had just taken my father-in-law away. And we're all, you know, just really sad, sitting here chit-chatting. All of a sudden we hear Silencio. And right behind her comes some little ducklings. Here she
Aw.
babies in the woods, and she was bringing out her. Right at that moment, it was so amazing. At that moment, she had walked out with those little ducklings. It was so cool. Welcome back, Tara.
Yeah, it's because I'm on the free government Wi-Fi that you get in the city. So after an hour,
Like government cheese or what?
yeah, you have to like disconnect from it, and then I try to connect on a secure network, and then I cancel that, and then reconnect to it because you got to agree to their terms again.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. It's the free stuff they broadcast in the downtown area.
Huh.
As long as it's free, I guess that's okay.
Yeah, if you lived in the city, it's a good deal. But every hour you're on the internet, you got to like re up your
Yeah.
agree to their terms. So I guess if you're watching a movie, that'd be a pain in the ass.
They don't
Yeah.
want you to overuse it.
Yeah, it's supposed to be for checking email and stuff, but oh well.
Ainsley says, who else got the story? Who else got the visual as Nikki told the story? And she picked up the hoe and slung it with all her
Yeah.
might. I didn't believe.
Lesson learned: don't piss Nikki off, or she'll beat you in the head with a shovel.
I couldn't believe I hit it. I just binged it right in the head. One down it went. Yeah. I killed that duck. I wasn't having it.
There you go.
Any
Nikki's
ASPCA
birthday.
or whatever people that are watching, I'm sorry. I couldn't let one duck abuse another duck.
Right.
And the other duck died fast, so it wasn't like it suffered.
Jim had a vendetta against coyotes when they were killing my ducks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Jim. I mean, actually, Jim isn't like one who enjoys killing animals, but he's like, these coyotes gotta die. They're killing my ducks.
Yeah.
That and pigeons. He tried to be nice to the pigeons and like shoot them with airsoft guns because it didn't kill them. He thought they'd go away, but they just wouldn't give up, and so he eventually had to shoot them.
Yeah. I know my husband wants to go on a coyote adventure.
Oh,
But
really?
he said he wants to find a call though on the internet because the thing that draws coyotes in is a wounded rabbit, the scream of a wounded rabbit.
Yeah, you gotta get the electronic one.
He says, well, I'm not going to just go and, torture a rabbit so I can get the coyotes. He says,
Oh,
so
you get those. It's
I'll have to find a call or something that they have.
Yeah, I have the mouth calls. Like they look like a duck call, but they're a predator call.
Yeah.
But what you do is you set up electronic call, and then you get it's on. You can find them on eBay. They look like they're a fake rabbit, like a fur, but it flops around like it's wounded, and you just set that up with your electronic call, and it draws them out. Where they think there's a wounded rabbit, like in a field.
Wow.
Danny's gonna do that one of these days.
I usually just see the coyote, like, because they'll be like, trying to run across my pasture looking for my geese. I'll be like, Jim, there's a coyote. And he has a gun ready. And then usually he just gets the rifle and he's like, now you're sure this isn't somebody's dog, right? And I'm like, nope, it's a coyote. Blast it. Anyway. Well, the first time we did it, Brandon was probably like 3 because Jim shot it. We let it lay in the field, till it's all the way. Not that it wasn't dead, but sometimes they twitch a little bit and stuff till it got a little cold. And Brandon goes out there. We're gonna go throw it in the woods, and he's like, "Oh, you killed a dog?" And we're like, "No, honey, this is a coyote. It was very naughty." Anyway.
I suppose to a kid that's like.
Hey, it was a good sized coyote because like when you say coyote, like here, they're actually like a brush wolf. Because here's a little FYI: all coyotes that are east of the Mississippi have some gray wolf DNA in them, so they're bigger than like out west. Coyotes are smaller. These are bigger. I mean, they're like the size of a small German Shepherd here.
Yeah.
Wow.
They had them in Canada, like over in eastern Canada. You can look it up. They killed a woman. A pack of coyotes actually killed a woman.
Hmm.
Which I never thought coyotes. I'm like, oh, well, they couldn't kill somebody, but they can.
Oh yeah.
Well, I suppose they can. I just thought that they just stayed away, you know.
Yeah, but if you have a pack, if you have enough in a group, I mean, they stalked this woman, and she was like a hiker or whatever, and they took her down. They killed her, or she died from her injuries. And the reason when they went through and killed the coyotes in the park, they had found like remains, like that one had like bit off her finger or something. And when they did the autopsy, they found it in its stomach.
Huh.
Anyway,
Oh my God. My nephew. My nephew just sent this picture of me drunk
Oh,
like 2 years ago or 3 years ago.
oh boy,
memories.
Yeah. I'm like, thanks. I'm wearing a shirt that says,
I'm a drunk.
no, it says you can't buy happiness, but you can buy a chicken. That's almost the same thing.
Oh my god! Well, that's even better. I want that shirt. Oh my god! I want to get that shirt for Jim. God. Because I love putting Jim in stupid shirts. I would definitely make him wear that.
I bought it online somewhere. I don't remember where. Teespring, I think it was.
Oh my god!
Yeah. I wonder whatever happened to that shirt. I'm thinking.
It's probably with the big dildo. Probably the big dildo is wrapped in it.
That might be.
I need to hide this big dildo. What can I do? I'll wrap it in my chicken shirt.
Oh my.
I'm sorry for the. I didn't know how else to describe that. I probably
That's
shouldn't have
okay.
used that word live on
That's
YouTube.
yeah. That's okay. No
Which
worries. So, what's everybody got planned for today?
I have to help Jim move his tools.
I have to go to town.
Are you home today, Nikki?
Yeah, I'm home right now, but we had my dad's truck out here, so he drove that to work, and I have my truck, so
Oh, okay.
I'll, I
Good
didn't
for
have
you.
to go to town. I didn't have to go to
That's
town
good.
right away this morning, but I got to go to town and do some stuff.
Yeah.
Oh man, Carol's got the perfect name for the morning show. If you renamed it like the Pickers Daily Hustle, dildo and a chicken shirt. I mean, you can maybe make it go viral.
Yeah, that would do something, I'm sure.
Yeah,
Dildo and a chicken
probably
shirt.
get you reported.
Have you
I get
seen?
to help.
Oh, go ahead.
Sorry.
No.
I was just going to say, today I get to help an 87-year-old woman
Oh,
separate her personal stuff from the stuff she wants to sell me.
Oh
Oh
my
boy,
goodness.
is she related to you or is she not related to you?
No, she just she she used to own a antique store,
Ooh,
and when they moved here, they just piled stuff in her garage and her shed out back, and their houseware items, they're all mixed in with the stuff that they brought out. They're even in the same boxes as each other. There'll be
Oh
a
my
yeah.
goodness.
there'll be a coffee maker and a painting of Hitler, and all in the same.
Oh
There you
man.
go.
Weird.
So you're gonna go back over there today?
Well, yeah, if it quits raining, which it kind of is.
Yeah.
Man, it
Okay.
was pouring.
Sound excited, Todd.
Well, it wouldn't be so bad if it was like, okay, here's the antique stuff, and then here's the personal stuff, but
Right.
no, it's all just jumbled up
All
together.
together. Uh,
And she's really slow. She'll hand me stuff out of a box. She go, pick it up, What's this? Unwrap it.
Oh no.
Oh,
You're probably making
okay.
your day right now. She's
I'm
probably like,
keeping
yeah, I
that.
got this young whippersnapper here. He's going through my stuff. It's so much fun.
Well, she did say one time, well, I got you here to help me with this. I was like, really, lady?
Yeah.
And then
And
when
then
you're all
out,
done, you'll be like, yeah, I decided I don't want to sell anything.
and then out loud, I said, oh, yeah, that's yeah, it's good. But I got some cool stuff yesterday.
Oh, that's good.
So what did you get?
Check out this old photo album. Oh, yeah.
Ooh. Yeah, that is old.
I
Look at
got
the
one.
bathing beauties.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
That's cool.
This lady lived all over. They lived in Switzerland for like 5 years.
Wow.
Here they go. Hot tamales right here.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be a good selling picture right there.
Look
Oh,
at that.
geez.
Now,
Weren't they the girls that you went to college with when you were in your sorority sisters?
yeah. So, why in the day did women swim with stockings and boots on?
Well, because it was a big deal to show any skin back then.
Yeah.
Well, they're showing their knees. Like,
Yeah, I know,
everybody's.
but that was a big deal. I mean, like to have swimsuits on was huge. I mean, you're talking the day when they were wearing dresses down to their ankles.
Oh,
Well, I mean, that's probably like, well, I guess when the flappers came out, then they started showing more legs. So that's probably right before that or right at the beginning of that.
Oh, here's the perfect pose. You
oh,
see
cool.
that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's bowling.
She's
She's
like,
bowling.
I'm a Greek goddess on the beach in New Jersey.
She's bowling.
It does look like she is on a follow through bowling.
Yeah.
She's the bee's knees.
Aw.
Seal City, New Jersey. New Jersey?
You know, these old photos are cool, but I don't ever have really great luck selling them. I mean, they seem like they just take a really long time, and it's not like I just like get rich on them or anything. I mean, they're
No.
really
Yeah.
cool, but they just seem like they're just glacial on selling sometimes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, here's the available men they're showing off for.
Oh.
I'm surprised none of them don't have like that full length like beaver fur coat they used to wear.
Yeah,
Oh, they weren't soldiers.
Well, that one is, isn't he?
this one is.
Yeah.
Is
That
that
guy.
World War One or two?
Looks like World War One. I'm
Oh,
sure it's World War One.
Yeah.
If Jim was here, he could ID the uniform for you, but it looks like World War One to me.
Yeah. So just lots of old stuff like that. Here's our gang.
There you go.
Tara, are you being Nikki today?
I
Oh.
have no internet at my house right now.
Oh,
My
no.
internet went out, so I'm using the free government internet in town.
Oh, no.
She's in the van
Yeah,
that
I've
was
had, like,
like mine.
I'm like, oh
Hers
my
is the
god,
full
what did I
size.
used to do before internet? Because I go to the house at night and I don't know what to do with myself. It's like, I can look at my, oh no, the internet's not working. Yeah.
Her van is like the full size version of my van.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you've seen it because I drove this up by you.
Yeah.
Yeah. See it? It's messy, but yeah, there it is. The back's a bed, so that's when our kids sleep in it. And then if you look at the top, it's all these cupboards and stuff. And then there's a TV up here from
Yeah.
1990. It's a 1999, I think. It's got this stupid TV up there where my kid watches movies when we drive around.
Check
I
out
had
this.
I had mood lighting in mine on the ceiling.
Yeah, mine's got that track lighting too. I don't know
Oh,
how
does it?
yeah, how the hell do you turn it on? I forgot. Is this the
It was
one?
on the sides and on the top. It was pretty cool.
Oh, no,
You be sitting there at night, turning on that light. It's kind of
yeah.
cool.
Yeah, look at that for the ambiance in the back.
Oh yeah, yep, that's what mine had. Yeah, it would be all over the sides and all over the ceiling. Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Yeah, when you want to get jiggy, you want to turn those
Yeah.
lights on.
Romantic in your van.
I might take it back out and put one of those water beds in. You know, you ever see? I
Yeah.
knew somebody that had a water bed in their van. I'm like, oh my god, this is too much.
I was
Oh,
like
well,
a blanket.
is that for like a Mark's train, Todd? You gotta
This
pay
is
attention to Todd.
Lionel.
Oh.
It's made out of tin.
Yeah, that's a cool one.
And you open the door and the guy comes out.
Where'd you get all this stuff, Todd?
This yesterday I helped grandma clean her garage out.
Oh,
Not my grandma.
that 8-year-old lady?
Yeah. So you hook up your wires and I think a light comes on inside and the little guy comes out of the house when the train comes by.
It would like that.
My dad would love that.
Oh. When I had to pack stuff up, Jim and Brandon are kind of into trains. I think I packed up like, I don't know, a dozen totes of train stuff. Like trains, track, everything, yeah.
So it's just an eclectic mishmash of stuff I got from that lady yesterday.
Well, that's cool.
I got some really old etchings.
Oh, yeah.
They're almost falling apart though. You touch them and the corners are kind of like crumbling.
Mm-hmm.
She didn't charge me a lot for those.
Did you find any heart of the hide baseball gloves?
No,
Oh.
not yet. I mean, we only went through like 12 boxes and it took like 3 hours.
Oh, wow.
Because she would pick up one thing and unwrap it. Oh, we're keeping this.
And then Todd picks up one thing and he unwraps it, and then he's like, "Oh, I want to buy it." He talks as slow Texas way of talking.
That's a little more your speed than that storage shed. So
That's true. What else did I get cool out of there? Oh,
I love spending time with old people. I absolutely love it. I mean, the stories they tell, I just love it.
yeah. She was talking about when they lived in Switzerland and the kids didn't like learning French and German. And
so, Nikki, do you like spending time with yourself then?
I don't know. I got the rheumatoid arthritis.
yeah, here's a pipe tobacco ceramic.
Oh, cool.
Oh, that is awesome.
From Limoges, France.
Oh, it's advertising one. Oh, cool.
Limoges.
Nice.
Is it for tops?
Huh?
Did you say it's for tops? Is it a brand like Tops, or is it just a...
No, it's Limoges.
Yeah, I know. I'm saying, was it advertising a brand of tobacco? I thought he said Tops.
No, it's just a basic.
Oh, sorry, I misunderstood.
When he said Tops, I thought he meant like it was an advertising piece for Tops Tobacco.
Oh, gotcha.
So that's a pretty sweet piece. I don't know what these little hook things are for.
Yeah, I don't. Well, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either. With the pipe wouldn't fit in there.
Well, unless it's like kind of like a humidor, because don't they put a piece of cork there on the inside of the lid?
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. I don't know for sure, but I don't know if that would, help hold it in or not.
I was thinking maybe pipe tobacco kind of compacts when it sits for a while, so those things might be in there. So when you shake it, it would separate the, make it more.
I don't know. I bought, a couple months ago, I bought 3 cans of, and it was still sealed. It was velvet pipe tobacco. It was older, I would guess. It's from the 60s. They never opened them, and I sold those 3 cans for like $50.
Nice.
Just FYI, if you see like at an auction shitty old sealed tobacco stuff, buy it.
Mm-hmm.
And I got this set of.
Amelia says you put a moisture disc thing there.
Oh.
Okay.
Up at the top.
Check out these postage stamps.
Thank you, Amelia.
See those?
Oh, yeah, German.
Oh, wow.
Those are like 1942.
That's awesome.
I don't know. I feel kind of funny about it. Like, should I really just take these out in the backyard and burn them? Because
Well, you can't
that
list
was
them on eBay.
that was a poor time in world history.
Well, I don't think you should ever like something like that. It shouldn't be. Well, I guess you can't tell what people are going to do with it. It shouldn't be put in a part of like honor or reverence. But there's also part of me that that's a piece of history, so I don't like to see it get destroyed. And I don't think we should like give any praise or honor to that
No.
regime or to Hitler or that. But it is a part of history that you should keep the story of it alive so it doesn't happen again.
Right.
Yep.
I
I
agree.
agree.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
I would never like display it like, oh, look at my swastika wall here. Like it shouldn't be displayed as like a symbol of like homage. But I
Right.
don't
yeah.
necessarily. I that's how I feel. I don't think you. I don't.
Yeah.
I think that history should stay alive so that people know the horrible atrocities that the Nazis did to
So
the
they know
Jewish
where we were and
people
where
and
we are now.
yeah, and a lot of people in Europe.
It's like slave times. I mean, that was horrible. I mean, horrible. But we need to remember it. You know,
Um,
history.
Yeah, and we move well in it's history. It's in the past. The people that were like during, let's say, the Civil War 150 years ago, they were different people than the people we've evolved to today. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? They're
Mhm.
different people. Yes.
There was a lot more ignorance back then.
Yeah, we shouldn't strive to be like them because we've advanced past them, but I think we can remember the history of the era and learn from their mistakes.
Sure.
Yeah.
You know.
So this pocket watch is all busted up, but it would still sell for parts.
You can't sell that on eBay though, Todd.
I can't sell a pocket watch on eBay.
No,
No,
the
she's talking
stamp.
about the German stamps.
Yeah, you can. I looked it up.
You can sell swastika.
You can sell postage stamps and
Yeah,
money.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
coins and stuff. Yeah, I think you can.
Well,
Coins
I
and
You
thought
couldn't
it
sell
was
something like a armband or.
right.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Pardon me.
Yeah, no, I looked it up,
Cool.
and I asked Lonnie, and he showed me the deal where yeah.
I have an Edelweiss patch that's off of a Nazi uniform, but my son wants to keep it. Not that he likes Nazis, but he likes World War II stuff.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Well, Sally is in the chat. Hello, Sally.
I
Sally,
She said
hope
she's
she
done
feels
with.
better.
She had to go to the doctor this morning, and she's out of the doctor, but she is waiting for her naked man to get seen.
Oh boy, they're both getting checked out.
They're both sick.
On your cellular device. An idiot is attempting to reach you on your cellular device.
Nikki, your phone's ringing.
That's Nikki.
Oh my goodness.
Making man feel better.
Yeah, me too.
Do old perfume bottles sell?
Yeah,
Sometimes, yeah.
yeah.
Doesn't have the center part.
Yeah, but sometimes people is it marked on the bottom? Because sometimes people collect the whatever glass company made it
Mm,
or whatever.
no, can't make anything out.
I mean, do you have more of them where you can lot them up otherwise?
There's no telling what that lady's got.
No.
We're just gonna have to dig through boxes and boxes.
So it's
That's
going
gonna
to take you a while.
that's gonna be me at 87 years old. I'm gonna have a Todd come over and
An
Oh,
old Todd.
and
He's
her
also old
daughter.
too, which I think is ironic. He's making fun of the old lady because he acts like an old man.
come here, Sonny. Let's go through my boxes.
I can really see the pair of them working together. What's that, Todd? Come on, keep
Castanet.
it rolling.
Okay.
What is that?
Castanet.
Is
Oh, cool.
There's two of
this
them in here.
when you do like your Hawaii happy talk dance?
Happy talk, happy talk.
You're so cute, Todd. I just love you.
I love
Yeah.
me too.
You'd be like in South Pacific, happy talky, talk about things
talky,
you
talky, talky.
love to say or whatever the words are.
Okay.
No, these aren't happy talk. These are like flamenco dancing.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
You know what I'm talking about the musical South Pacific. I'm not just
Oh,
making stuff up.
Yeah.
You remembered it? You were in it, weren't you?
Uh,
You had to study it.
What is that?
look at that rubber band. It's all dried up.
Oh my
Oh, wow.
goodness.
Jeez.
Oh, those sell on eBay.
I
Antique
thought it
rubber
was a
bands.
snake.
Really? Dried up rubber bands?
I'm messing with that.
Like, what?
They're the kinds that are actually made out of rubber. People collect those.
Okay, what else have I got to entertain y'all?
Sally is such a butt.
Mike said, be careful, Todd. She's probably checking out your ass as you are digging in the boxes. Just saying.
Oh boy. She's like, oh, I got this young buck here.
Yeah.
Oh, he's so young.
She did
Don't
say
let
I was young and strong once, and I was like,
you could be your Greek god, Todd.
yeah, baby.
God, she's gonna
Oh,
cry as soon as
come
she
on,
rich.
what else you got, Todd? Show me something else.
I got some old glasses.
Oh, those always sell.
Mm-hmm.
Filthy dirty.
Yeah, that one closest to the screen looks like it is just packed full
Put 'em
of
on your, put 'em on your face once and then say, I can't see a thing.
something.
I don't understand why.
Ew.
Put 'em on your face and go, do my glasses look dirty right now?
Don't do that, Todd. It's bad advice again from Tara.
Darn it. They can get it. Put 'em on. Do my glasses. Do I have a smudge on my glasses right now?
Todd, Tara is not your friend. Don't ever listen to her.
Go to town, put those glasses on, and say, I can't read this price. You gotta go to Walmart. I can't read these prices.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god. Okay, I gotta tell a quick story before I go. So I don't know if it's a full moon because it's like the time of the crazy eBay questions. So I got this antique like Westinghouse like heater. They kind of look like they don't look like a fan, but they're a big round copper disc with a stand. This guy gives me an offer on it. Would you take whatever $40 for it? Because with the shipping, it'll cost this. And I really need. I'm on a tight budget because I'm going to use it to make a time machine.
Wow.
And I'm like, well, maybe it's because it's Halloween. The guy's joking or something. Jim's like, no, I think he's totally serious in this message. Got a tight budget because he's making a time machine.
So did he buy them?
I don't think he did yet. I
Oh.
should probably check, but I don't think so. Well, Jim, I'm like, well, just take it, Jim. I don't really care about it. And Jim's like, fuck it. He can go back in time and make an extra $10.
Well, he's not in a hurry because he's building a time machine. He's got all the time in the world.
Oh my gosh.
He doesn't have to rush.
That's crazy. Those are some good pictures. I like those pictures.
Yeah.
I think those are
No,
really
we haven't
good.
bought it yet.
Yeah, the lady's husband served on board this cargo ship in World War II.
Well, that's cool. Now those ship pictures, if you could ID the ship that guy served on, now those would do good.
Yeah.
You know, even if you put them in a lot, but if you could ID, what the name of whatever ship he was on, and then put that in your descriptive title. And I'll tell you this because my uncle served on the USS Calamaris, and I'm always on eBay looking for like pictures of the Calamaris and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is where it's going through the Panama Canal.
Oh wow! Can you see the name of the ship on it?
No, but there's an inscription at the bottom. No,
Yeah.
Suez Canal.
Suez Canal.
Oh wow!
Hmm.
Speaking of ships, can I tell you why? Do you guys know why Norway puts barcodes on the side of their on the side of their ships, on the
No,
side of their navy ships?
no,
Mm-mm.
no. Is that a question, or are you gonna give us the answer?
I'm gonna give you the answer.
Okay, we're waiting.
I gotta. Oh, I got a spider.
If you
Oh.
tell me, I gotta look it up.
No, it's a joke, but now I forgot the damn answer.
Oh.
Oh my God, Todd!
I saw that spider and I was like, oh my God, there's a spider on my ceiling.
Okay. While Nikki's figuring out her answer, I'm just gonna say one thing, Todd. If on the pictures you can't figure out what's the name of that ship that guy served on, ask that old lady because she might remember it, and then you put that name with that group of photos.
Yeah.
Oh,
You'll do
yeah.
good if you can put the because you'll have some descendant of my grandpa served on that ship too.
Yep.
Look at
Yep.
this
That's
little
true.
Egyptian guy. That's like Tara's new second husband.
Yeah, rocking it. I love World War II Navy vets.
There's a bunch of camels laying down.
It's interesting.
Yes, you
Yeah,
should find out the name of that ship. Seriously, I'm not joking on that. Because I do this. My uncle served on the USS Calamaris. I routinely go. I buy USS Calamaris photos, postcards off of eBay because the Calamaris was also in World War One, and well, even though he wasn't on it, I still buy them because it's all part of that. Anyway, that's
Right.
cool. Photo.
That is cool.
Yep.
Hmm.
Yeah, she said they used to take uh, ammunition and all kinds of stuff to troops.
Cool.
Yes, by this.
Okay, what's the answer, Nikki? Did you
So
find the?
why does the Norwegian Navy have barcodes on the sides of their ships?
I don't know.
So they can Scandinavian.
Uh.
God.
God.
Oh my God. You've been hanging out with those Finlanders too much up there in the north.
My daughter told me that joke yesterday. I down there pissed my pants. It was hilarious. And then all of a sudden I had it. And then as I was saying it, like the answer just went out of my head. I was like, oh, because I saw this spider on my ceiling and I was like totally discombobulated because of it. And
Oh
he's
boy.
still on my ceiling. He's above some boxes where I can't get to him.
He's taunting you.
I gotta get him. I'll be right back. I gotta go get him.
Oh God. You get the shovel.
Here he
Watch
comes.
out!
I was
Watch out,
texting
Lucky!
Ray and I beat that spider. He died fast. I beat him to a pulp. It messed up the drywall, but
It's like, why is there a hole in the ceiling? I got
it
this
was
back.
worth it.
Stand back, Lucky. Get behind me. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it is pretty corny, but I thought it was funny too. That was a good one.
It was a good one.
Scandinavian. Scandinavian. Dun, 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 dun. Scandinavian. Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah, I got some work I got to get done inside, and then last night I worked on jewelry a little bit. I didn't get much listing done after the show, but um,
I mean, you've been
yeah.
really hitting the shop Goodwill jewelry thing, haven't you?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I've been listing a lot of it too, but I gotta I'm backlogged.
Yeah.
On jewelry and clothes, I am, I'm stocked up pretty good.
There you go. Oh yeah, you had the big
But
bag sale and stuff. Yeah, you get the
yeah,
bag too. Yeah.
yeah. So I'm gonna have to. I'm. Let's see. I think it's next Thursday then when I'm leaving. So I gotta get some. I'll be gone for a week. So I had to get some stuff done there and get as much as I can listed and I am trying to stick with at least 20 items a day. Not trying to go over that and then
That's good.
cross post whatever, is pertinent to go on to Poshmark and just kind of, so technically I could be doing, 40 listings a day. So that's good.
That's very good.
So if I can keep up with that routine, keep up with my 3 to 11 listing schedule, then I think I can put a dent in it, make it happen.
Hmm.
Happened.
So
Oh, winter time's
I've been
coming. You're going to be cooped up in the house, and
Oh my god, I don't know how to get that spider.
well when I'm not riding around in a plane somewhere.
Well, that's something small enough you could bring it with you.
yeah,
Get a little case and put a bunch in there that you can take out.
I could do that too.
pocket full of jewelry.
Yep.
Get a little makeup case or whatever, a little makeup case or something, and fill it with jewelry, and you can work on it while you're gone.
Yeah, that's true. But I know I'm probably not going to go anywhere, um, in South Dakota. As far I don't know, maybe if I see someplace, I might see if my brother will take me. But um, but I know when I go to North Carolina, I know that I'm going to be,
Yeah.
going to the bins, and I always get a bunch of stuff there. So and right now I'm on a buying freeze for Shop Goodwill. I'm not buying anything else. Not doing it. I'm not doing it. Not doing it.
Nope. Going out of business.
And then next week she'll say, "Well, I got a package in the mail."
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'll say Valerie, and she'll say what?
I don't want to hear it. But for right now, today, yeah. No, I have so much jewelry, so much, and I gotta get it. I gotta get it listed and get it
That's
out of here.
you could take with you when you're traveling. You could just bring
Yeah.
a couple paper towels with you or whatever and take pictures on it with a white background or whatever.
Hey Todd.
To take that with you.
Yep.
Hey Todd.
Hey, Bridget,
That's a nice green shirt you have on there.
Mm-hmm.
did you see my shirt?
Yeah, we could see your whole reflection through whatever you had
Oh,
there.
wow.
Oh my goodness sake. Coming to rob you, Todd.
Now we know all of Todd's secrets.
I got one more joke.
She's
Okay.
coming after the castanets.
I get those. I
Yeah.
want to do it when I do my belly dancing. As everybody starts to.
Oh,
How do you spot a blind guy in a nudist camp?
I don't know. Bring it.
It's not hard.
Oh, God.
Oh.
Oh my God.
Bum.
If anybody's blind.
that's a good one, Nikki.
My daughter told me those two yesterday.
Oh my
Here's one
gosh.
for your daughter. What did the doe say when she walked out of the woods?
What?
That's the last time I do that for $2.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it.
The spider is like taunting me, and I don't know how to get it.
Are you on your medication now, Nikki?
Yeah.
Sounds funny.
Spider taunting medicine.
That sounds funny. I say the spider's taunting me, and she's like, "Are you on your meds yet?"
Yeah.
That's why I was wondering if you were like hallucinating and it wasn't a real spider.
Oh,
Yes, I am on my prednisone, not any mental meds.
Right now she's tripping on LSD and she sees a lot of insects in the
Being
house.
insects, yeah.
I decided to go buy a whole bunch of pot.
Oh my god.
My sister-in-law called me yesterday. She goes, I know you're torn about the whole pot thing. She goes, why don't you just go get CBD oil? And I was like, yeah, my friends were talking about that.
What do you do with it? Do you ingest it or smoke it or you rub it on stuff?
Under your tongue or something.
You put it right under your tongue like a drop.
Yeah.
Is that what they call like honey oil?
I don't know.
Oh, is that what they call like honey oil?
I don't know.
No.
I know it's CBD oil. I don't know what else they would call it.
If I wasn't an eBay seller, I would be able to get that spider.
What does that have to do with it?
Oh my god, he's coming down on his web. Oh my god. Oh god. Oh, he went back up. Oh, I gotta get him. I don't know how I'm gonna do it, but I gotta do it.
You gotta turn your camera on.
Oh my god, it's Valerie and the mouse all over again.
Oh my god.
I hate spiders. Oh my god, I'm so afraid of spiders.
Get a broom.
Yeah, but what if I accidentally get him with the bristles and then he doesn't die and then he falls on my couch or something?
So you kill him.
And what if I can't find him in my couch and then I lay on my couch and then I have a spider crawling on me?
You'd be all right.
Yeah.
No, them things bite.
Oh, you know what you do? You got some cleaner in the kitchen, like something like oven off or something. Give him a squirt of that. That'll kill
Well, I
him.
would, but then he could fall into my boxes and still stay alive. What if he dries off?
Oh, that chemical will kill him because it will absorb through his like body.
Well, I think I got some
babies, and then she'll be.
I think I got some raid, but I don't want to leave him. I want to make sure I see him at all times. I don't want to leave the room. I want to know where he's at.
Nikki, all right. If you got raid, just go get the flipping raid. He's hanging out on his web. He'll be there when you get back.
Oh my god.
I'll be right back.
Oh.
Get some
we used to have these teeny, tiny little ants. It would drive me nuts in the house. And I would put ant traps and they'd still be around. I see a spider, I leave it in here because it eats those stupid ants.
Yep.
I left the spider in here and I have not seen one ant since.
Yeah, so the
spider, Nikki, helps you.
Yeah. Absolutely. You'll never want to kill a spider again. That's true, Val. That is true. Mary says use a baseball bat.
I said get the shovel.
Mike says way to start up a convo with your LSD tripping friends. Yeah. Is my hair on fire? Are there spiders running up and down my back? Oh my gosh. Amelia. She said I was knocking a spider off with a broom and it landed on my face and bit me the other day. Probably shouldn't have read that out loud. Because Nikki's probably like really freaking out now. Oh my gosh. I hope you're okay.
Yeah, that's not helping, Amelia. Thanks.
I'm like, yeah, I probably shouldn't have read that out loud.
That's what we do with the stink bugs, Carol. We suck them up with the vacuum.
Yep.
Amelia, next time you want to help, how about if you keep it to yourself?
Aww.
I'm just kidding.
Oh my god, if you want to see spiders, I'll freak out. We go to that boathouse we caretake for, and they got these brown, like, I think they're wolves, but I don't know if they're wolves. But they're this big. They're lake spiders.
Oh,
and then you're doing something, and they'll come out from under the dock and stuff.
And those will bite you.
Oh yeah, they're big. They will bite you.
Yeah, I think they have venom.
I don't know.
Not like killing venom, but they'll like, yeah. We better hope they're not brown recluse, though.
No, these aren't brown recluse because they're some kind of like lake spider, but they're bigger.
They're venom like skin.
Yeah, I knew a horse that got bit by a brown recluse on the cheek, and then that kills the flesh, and it will make the flesh fall off.
Yeah. Those are some nasty.
Yeah.
I'll be back.
What color is yours, Nikki? He left.
I know
Black.
we've had a lot. This year has been really, really bad with spiders.
Probably a black widow.
And I've
Mhm.
sprayed
Too
and
close.
sprayed and sprayed this house inside and out, and there's still spiders. Yes, Todd, that really helps a lot. Thank you. Appreciate that. Ooh, that's a nice picture.
That old etching.
Yeah, that's nice.
It was cool.
Little farmhouse in the back, and I love those trees. You always see those trees in the movies, like in the South, where they have the the trees along the driveway, and then all the branches kind of go over.
Mhm.
That's so cool.
What
So
kind of
Todd is like a
patient?
never-ending supply.
Huh?
Does she have a lot of stuff?
She has a lot of stuff.
Should I go to Texas and start picking there?
I don't know. It's a little bit like slave labor to dig these items out.
Oh no, that's fun. That's not slave labor. That's fun. To see what's in there and dig stuff. Oh.
All these
This is why
treasures.
And this is why Todd leaves auctions early, because he doesn't want to dig through stuff.
Anybody ever heard of Ernest Rust?
No, I can't say that I have.
Doesn't ring a bell.
Let's see.
Google is the name.
ERNEST.
Ooh. Yeah.
Rust etching.
Wow. Yeah. Well, people are asking a lot of money for stuff, but let's see what they sold for.
These are pretty weathered. I mean, you can see the humidity and dust damage on them.
Oh yeah.
And the corners are all chipped up on the matting.
Well, the bad thing about those is condition is usually everything.
Yeah, people are asking a lot, but they haven't really sold. I mean, some have sold for.
This Dr. Samuel something, author of American and America something. I guess that was the etching of his house.
Ernest.
Ernest Rost, R-O-S-T.
I'm just wondering where he was from. That's what I thought. He was born in Mount Vernon, New York, because he had some people had some of his etchings and they were from New York, so I was wondering where he was born.
Yep.
Carol says Bridget would buy it, list it,
Another one.
and sell it before the lady got out. Next item.
Stop, Carol.
That's about true.
No. Just find an old frame and put it in there.
Yep.
What kind of patience would it take to sit at a flat sheet of copper and scratch all the lines on there like that, and then ink it and stamp it on paper? Good grief.
That's cool, though.
It would
I
take a
didn't
lot
have
of
much
hours
else.
of work.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Definitely. Most definitely. I am so glad that I'm glad I got my shipping done yesterday. That was a good thing.
Rub it in. Rub it in.
Rub-a-dub-dub.
I was in an auction all day yesterday, so I didn't get much done.
Did you get quite a bit from there?
Just did. It was all right. You know.
Was it as good as the other one?
No. No, Saturday was more like my type of auction, where Sunday was more like his type of auction, like knives and hunting stuff and fishing stuff and tools and oh my God, Hot Wheels. Holy hell. There were so many Hot Wheel cars there. And I get bored. Like if you're finishing off one of the exact, the exact same items over and over again, I get really bored.
Mm-hmm.
So I walked to the store, and then I walked back. But like they had cut glass, which I get bored at that. They had Hot Wheels, which I wasn't even going to be in competition for that because there were two guys that were in like a pissing match over that.
Oh, wow.
One container, and they were probably older, of Hot Wheels. There were 48 cars in each container, and they were selling for like $120 a container.
Oh, my gosh. Ugh.
One of the guys, he lives around me. I know him, Scott. So I told him about it. The one I say that never lists anything.
Mm-hmm.
So he went there and he spent like $2,000.
Holy moly.
So the auctioneer gave us a $25 credit for telling him about it.
Cool. That is great.
Yeah.
A little bit of money off.
But
That's great.
it was all right. But it's been beautiful out here, so I really didn't want to be sitting inside at an auction. If it was an outdoor auction, I would have been fine.
Right.
But, I mean, it's been in the 80s here. Right now it's 85 today.
Oh, my God. I wish it was here.
I know.
It's just so freaking dreary.
It's 85, blue skies and sunny.
I'm so over this.
And then we're supposed to have 55 all weekend and rainy. So
Nothing but blue skies.
Amelia Sells asked if you were taking a long weekend, gone Friday to Monday, would you just change your handling time or do vacation mode? I just changed my handling time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if you're not going to be gone a whole long time.
Well, I hope Nikki survives her spider thing. I'm going to go to work.
Yeah. I think we're going to go ahead and wrap it up here. It's
all right
after 10, so let everybody get their day started. And
yes, Anissa, I love this weather.
All right, all. Have a good day. I got some
good. Thanks for coming on.
Yeah, it was good seeing you guys again. Bye.
We missed you.
Bye.
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 All right, guys. I will see you tomorrow. We will see you tomorrow. And I hope you have a great day.
Bye, everybody.
On this Grand Tuesday.
And yeah.